I got shot. I always felt like I'd be shot. Somebody would try to do me some harm because a lot of people don't like me. But I didn't think it was going to happen at that particular moment. I'm surprised, but I'm happy. I believe that, this is all in God's hands. And I'm very appreciative to God for everything I've gotten to do. Quiet, no nothing. So this is my story. A story about ambition, violence, redemption, and love. In my life, I was different things, different people.
I let the niggas know it's on for life. Don't let the West Side ride tonight. Bad boy rolling on wax and kill. Fuck with me and get your cats built. You know my niggas say?
Some people say I was a thug and a gangster. Other people remember me as a poet and a born leader. But I'm saying to you, measure a man by his actions fully, through his whole life, from the beginning to the end.
Get out the way, yo, get out the way.
Everybody's past is what made their future. It's like about destiny.
Speak drums. Tell the real story.
My mother was a Black Panther, and she was really involved in the movement.
Power, 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 people, power to the people.
Just Black people bettering themselves and things like that. She had a high position in the Panther Party, which was like unheard of, because of course there was sexism, even in the Panthers. All of my roots to the struggle are real deep. I was named after this Inca chief from South America, whose name was Tupac, and I think the tribal breakdown means like intelligent warrior, something like that. He's a deep dude. If I go to South America, they're gonna love me, I'm telling you. My stepfather at the time, Matul Shakur, he was also like a well-known revolutionary. And then my godfather, Geronimo Pratt, had a top official rank position with the Panthers on the West Coast.
You can jail revolutionary, but you can't jail a revolution.
I think that my mother, like Fred Hampton, Mark Clark, Harriet Tubman, they felt like they were laying tracks for the generation to come.
Come on in, little brother. Come on in, little y'all can sit down and get something to eat.
There was always white people around helping out. But still, there's racism. So when the Panthers hit, the government panicked, and they felt like the Panthers were detrimental to American society. Remember, this country did have a man named J. Edgar Hoover. The government raided every Panthers house, especially the ones who they felt like could do the most damage as an orator. So they just burst in and put a gun to my mother's head and said, "Don't move, this is, you're under arrest." They treated him like less than human. My mother was pregnant with me while she was in prison. She was her own attorney, never been to law school. She was facing 300 and something odd years. One black woman pregnant beat the case. That just go to show you the strength of a black woman and the strength of the oppressed. And a month after she got out of prison, she gave birth to me. So I was cultivated in prison. My embryo was in prison. When I was a little baby. I remember that one moment of calm peace, and 3 minutes after that, it was over. First, I rebelled against my mother because she was in the movement and we never spent time together because she was always speaking and going to colleges and everything. I always used to feel like she cared more about the people than her people. And then after that was over, it was more time spent with me and we were both just like, "You're my mother," and she was like, "You're my son." So then she was really close with me and really strict almost. My mother is totally brilliant, totally understanding and caring. And she's human. I mean, she'll be wrong a lot, but we can talk about it. She taught me how to be community-oriented and to analyze society. So me and my sister grew up good. We have good minds and everything, but we just didn't have money. Poverty it's no joke. If there was no money and everything depended on your moral standards and the way that you treated people, we'd be millionaires. We'd be rich. But since it's not like that, then we're stone broke. I can't always have what I want or even things that I think I need. Poverty. If I hated anything, it'd be that.
You and me were born and raised in Harlem. And every time you put it down, you're not only putting us down, but Mom and Papa.
My real father was a Black Panther, but when I was growing up, I never knew who my father was for sure. My stepfather was a gangster, a straight-up street hustler. My mom, she had a kid, he didn't even care. And he's like, "Oh, that's my son." Took care of me, gave me money, but he was like a criminal too, out there doing his thing. And so he only came, bought me money, and then left.
It's okay for you to go up to Harlem and celebrate your birthday with your friends, but I don't think we would really fit in.
And I hate saying this because white people love hearing black people talk about this. I know for a fact that had I had a father, I'd have had some discipline. I'd have had more confidence. Your mother cannot calm you down the way a man can. Your mother can't reassure you the way a man can. You know, my mother couldn't show me where my manhood was. So you need a man to teach you how to be a man. When I was young, I was quiet, withdrawn. I read a lot. I wrote poetry, kept a diary. I watched TV all the time. I stayed in front of a television. And I could see all these people out there in this pretend world. And I knew I could be part of it if I pretended to. The way Arnold used to look when he used to come out on Different Strokes. I used to like the lifestyle, the way he used to live. So early on, I just watched and emulated. And I thought maybe if I can be an actor and I could act like those characters, I could have some of their joy.
Oh, thank you, Mr. D.
If I could act like I had a big family, I wouldn't feel as lonely. My first acting job was at the Apollo Theater when Jesse Jackson was running for president in 1984. It was a fundraiser, and I was a little kid. Travis from Raising the Sun. When the curtain went up, I just caught that bug that everybody talks about. When you're like, whoa, this is it. It was better than sex and anything, money, everything. It was just like, whoa, I want this. We moved out of New York because my mother lost her job. We were like stranded. So we moved to Baltimore, which was total ignorance town to me. I mean, Baltimore has the highest rate of blacks killing blacks in the country. I auditioned for the Baltimore School of Performing Arts. I started to have good luck times. I spent 3 years in Baltimore, my high school years. I made a lot of friends, like John Cole and Jada Pinkett.
This girl's bodily dimensions are horrible. Just to get her attention, she said, "Was that for me?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Why?"
I loved my classes. We were exposed to everything. You know, theater, ballet, listen to different types of music, songs that became the soundtrack to my life. But in my homeboys' high school, it's not like that. They don't have trips to go see this Broadway play, and they don't read things we were reading, and they didn't know what I was talking about when I was like, yo, Shakespeare's dope. They don't have the same experiences that we had. So then I started thinking, as the art school I went to was mostly for white kids and rich minorities. So I started going, damn, man, I would have been a totally different person had I not been exposed to these things.
I need money. I used to be a stick-up kid, so I think of all the devious things I did.
Hell no, I was living in the ghetto. We didn't have any lights and electricity. We was about to get evicted.
We want homes. We want heat. We want lights. We want something to do for our children.
I thought, we're not being taught to deal with the world as it is. I think that rich people should live like poor people and poor people should live like rich people, and it should change.
Week when he suggested the problems of the hungry came about because they were uninformed about where to go for help.
I mean, how can Reagan live in the White House, which has a lot of rooms, and there'd be homelessness? And he's talking about helping homelessness.
I don't believe that there is anyone that is going hungry in America simply by reason of denial or lack of ability to feed them. It is by people not knowing where or how to get this help.
Why can't he take some of them people off the street and put them in his White House? Then he'll have people from the streets to help him with his ideas. They haven't been homeless forever. They've done things in society, but then the White House would be a little tainted because he doesn't want to get dirty. Growing up in America, I loved my childhood, but I hated growing up poor. We live in hell. We live in the gutter. We are living in a war zone. We got us stacked up 80 deep in one building. You know, by the time you get out your house, you strapped to protect yourself. The same crime element that white people are scared of, black people are scared of. While they waiting for the legislation to pass and everything, we next door to the killer. All them killers that they letting out, they right there in that building. Just because we black, we get along with the killers or something? What is that? We need protection too.
Nigga, you know, it's the ballad of a dead soldier.
Then I came to California to escape that. City, and there's even more poverty. I was finally starting to see it. The one thing we do have in common as black people is we share that poverty. I made it to where I had knowledge that this wasn't just me, it was a bigger picture. It was my people that's really just getting dogged out. Brooklyn and Marin and New York, and the poverty like helped me to like relate to everybody's struggle. But don't get the wrong idea. I feel like I'm being gloomy. I don't mean just be like, damn it, it's bad out there. I still try to be positive. I know, and good things are gonna come for me.
Where are you going to school? Are you rolling anything?
Okay.
Alright, that's okay.
You dressed right for it.
And he said he's been a little chilly, so this is good for him.
Oh.
So somebody will enjoy the heat in here.
Okay.
Anytime.
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old. Oh my God, got the fattest deja vu. I chase girls and want the car and loud music, but I like to think of myself as really being socially aware.
Kept my history a mystery, but now I see the American dream wasn't meant for me. Cause lady liberties and hypocrisy lies to me. Promising freedom, education, equality.
I think there should be a class on drugs. It should be a class on sex education, a real sex education class. There should be a class on police brutality. There should be a class on apartheid. There should be a class on why people are hungry, but they're not. Their classes on gym. You know, physical education. Let's learn volleyball.
Fathers of his country never cared for me. They kept my ancestors shackled up in slavery. And Uncle Sam never did a damn thing for me. Except lie about the facts in my history. Now I'm sitting here mad cause I'm unemployed. But the government's glad cause they enjoy when my people are down so they can screw us around. Time to change the government now. No more.
How do you think you're most like your mom?
I'm most like my mom because I'm arrogant. Totally arrogant. You should see us when we getting our little attitude moves. We getting our tips and everything. But it's good. My mom's was my homie, but we went through our stages, you know, where first we was mother and son, then it was like drill sergeant and cadet, you know, then it was like dictator, little country. Then I moved out and I was on my own. I was broke, nowhere to stay. I smoked weed, I hung out with the drug dealers, pimps, and the criminals. They the only people that cared about me at that point. And I needed a father, I needed a male influence in my life, and these were the males.
Is it cool if a nigga just get fucked up for this one?
You can see where I spent a lot of my time in the streets when you talk to me. Because the words that I say are not words that come from a mother's mouth or a father's mouth. It's words that comes from a pimp's mouth or a prostitute or a hustler or a drug dealer. To me, these were my role models. My mom, she was lost at that particular moment. She was addicted to crack. It was hard because, you know, she was my hero.
Not long ago in Oakland, California, I was asked by a group of children what to do if they were offered drugs. And I answered, just say no.
I was broke. I didn't have enough credits to graduate, so I dropped out. And I said, I gotta get paid. I gotta find a way to make a living. I tried selling drugs for maybe 2 weeks. Then the dude was like, oh man, give me my drugs back, because I don't know how to do it. Then the dope dealers used to just look out for me. They just give me money and be like, don't get involved with this. Get out there, do your dream. So they was like my sponsors. My dream was to make a living rapping. Just to make music that was coming from my heart. But when I first started rapping, I needed the money and I had to work.
Yeah,
That was me. For me to get paid, I had to go out there in bikini briefs and hop on top of this dog. I was homeless at the time. That's what I had to do. You have to work from one point to go to another point. I admire the work ethic.
Do the Humpty Hump, do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump, just watch me do the Humpty Hump.
Shock is responsible for all my success.
I'm the original two-tone, big-nose, skinny rapper.
Shock G. This lady named Layla introduced me to Adrian Gregory, who was managing Digital Underground. He was like, I'm gonna send you to Digital Underground. They're in the studio. You just rap for Shock G on the spot. If he like you, then I'll pick you up. Yeah, I just walked in and rapped for him. He's like, okay, good, you're in. Boom, 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 I'll see you later. And I just left, walked out of there like, dag. Shock was like, come on the road. You could be my roadie, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be glamorous, but you'll be working, you'll be meeting people. I said, cool. Got off the road, he said, well, I'm gonna pay you this, and I'm gonna let you do same song. I did same song. Ever since then, it's been on.
Tupac, go ahead and rock.
I look back with the greatest fondness. Those were like some of the best times of my life.
Fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck TK Mark the 45 King, this is your thing. Check out how we swing. Look at my ding-a-ling and know that I am the king. A lyrical lunatic. I can rap so quick, but this is no politics. Don't matter if girls be able to get a dick.
Atron had been shopping my demo tape as a solo artist. Then all of a sudden, Interscope got in touch with us, and I was told that Ted Field, this millionaire, multi-millionaire, his daughter had heard my demo, and she liked it. So he was like, that's how I picked you. And I was like, whoa, tell your daughter thanks.
You know you gotta love the sound. It's from the rebel of the underground.
So I went from being unknown to now having a platinum record. Tupac now is the story of the young black male from track 1 to track 13, whether it be about teenage pregnancy, police brutality, or just straight up poverty. Also, I tell my own personal problems. All my songs deal with the pain that I felt from my childhood. That's what makes me inspiration for writing music is like Don McLean when he did Vincent, Lorraine Hansberry with Raisin in the Sun, Shakespeare when he does his things, Participant. And sometimes it's just allegories or fables that have a moral or underlying theme, like the getting everything and being poor and getting beat down. Being the person I am, I said, no, I'm changing this. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. It's like, you got the Vietnam War, right? And just because the reporters show us pictures at home of the Vietnam War, that's what made the Vietnam War end when it did end, or the shit probably would have lasted longer.
There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief.
If no one knew exactly what was going on, you know, we just thought they were just dying valiantly some beautiful way. But because we saw the horror, that's what made us stop the Vietnam War. So I thought, that's what I'm gonna do as an artist, as a rapper. I'm gonna show the most graphic details of what I see in my community, and hopefully they'll stop it quick.
Hello, I'm Tanya Hart, and welcome to our show. My guest today has experienced truly horrendous life to just be 20 years old. His family portrait could well be a poster for America's Most Wanted. His lyrics are controversial, but also a reality of life as he has seen it.
My ear is to the streets. That represents 20 years on this planet Earth. And what I've seen, this is my report. It's like my battle cry to America. And in my album, the #1 enemy is the police, the crooked police officer.
They got me trapped, can barely walk the city streets without a cop harassing me, searching me, then asking my identity.
And the ironic thing is that it never happened to me. I was speaking from the stories of my peers.
Cuffed up, throw me on the concrete, coppers tried to kill me.
I mean, I said all of these things, and then it happened to me. I had no record all my life, no police record, until I made a record. As my video was debuting on MTV, I was behind bars getting beat up by the police department.
Good morning. My name is John Burris, and I am here today with my client, Tupac Amour Shakir, as well as other members of the Digital Underground rap group and some members of the Digital underground rap group.
They said they would settle with me and everything. You know what I'm saying? But nobody cared about that. That wasn't blew up all in the news. They didn't see me. They did not see me on TV with my eye busted, my head busted. There's pictures of those.
In Oakland,
yes, in Oakland. You don't see them pictures. You see pictures of Tupac coming out of jail and cuffed. You don't see pictures of the police standing over me beating my brains in. You don't see that. But I see that. That's what I see.
We have seen what they did to Rodney King. The whole world has seen what happened to Rodney King.
Hold up. Baby, let me show you what they did to Tupac Shakur. Right. All that movie, that didn't mean nothing to OPD. Right. I was still an NIGGA, and they proved it. And if you can see this, Mr. Cameraman, all of this is scars I'll go to my grave with.
I can see
These
it.
are learn to be a nigga scars.
You're suing them?
10 mil.
See
what else
happens.
can I do? You know,
yeah.
see what happens. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Rodney King still fighting for his, and they got it on tape.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They got it on tape. They settled with me. They gave me $42,000. I had to pay my lawyer a whole bunch and bought a car. I only settled because I was tired of going to court. I could have won more, but I was tired of going to court, and I felt like any dollar from any police department was good money.
So you got $42,000 for jaywalking, sort of.
That's a hell of a ticket. Back to that case, people perceive me as a menace. I mean, I've had chief of police, vice president, the leader of the Black National Women's Council. Everybody against me. Why? Why me? I have not brought violence to you. I have not brought thug life to America. I didn't create thug life. I diagnosed it. So, when I did Juice, my image got me even more scary. Everything starts from now. We all go down unless we stay together. Ain't no one man above the crew, you know that shit. Crazy, man. When I auditioned for Juice, that was another one of my good luck times. It was my first big part. And I just took everything and internalized it. You're right. I am crazy. But you know what else? I don't give a fuck. Bishop is a psychopath, but more true to his character, Bishop is a lonely, misguided young kid. His heroes are James Cagney and Scarface, those kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? Shoot 'em up, go out in the blaze type of gangsters. If you gotta go out, that's how you go out. That motherfucker took his destiny in his own hands. When I get a part, first I just try to find out, you know, how does this character feel? And like I'll make the person up in my mind. What does he look like? Try to put a face to him. Even though it's my face, I give him a walk and give him an attitude. All you really have to do is relate to your character. Even away from set, I just let myself go. I just stopped caring, and I stopped worrying about what people thought, and I started staring people down a lot more. Really just got into the party.
Yo, Bishop, man, give me the piece. No. No? The hell you mean no? Give me the gun.
I mean, I'm holding on to this till I say so. I'm not playing.
Oh, really?
Even when I'm playing a character, I'm really that character. There's nothing fake. I just took everything and internalized it.
Tell us about your character in this movie, because I know you're the villain.
Yo, I play me. Straight ruthless villain, straight killer, straight take no scissors. You know what I'm saying? Straight popping partners. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Tupac will go ahead and rock this.
Juice helped me because it gave me that trust. It let me trust my instincts. I was real confident about what I could do, what it would look like afterwards.
My next guest has not only become one of today's most talented new stars, but he's becoming one of today's most talked about new stars. Please welcome Tupac Shakur.
I know what I feel like when I'm in the zone, when I'm there. So I was just trying to get that feeling. Why are you always so mad?
The exciting performance in the film is the one of that young man, Tupac Shakur is his name.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. Think you kind of fly. Shit. You can start with your phone number.
This is a 22-year-old young actor Tupac Shakur. He's been in a previous film, Juice, and I hope I get to see him again real soon.
When I was doing Poetic Justice, I had to tone myself down a lot to be Lucky. Lucky is doing it the opposite way the Bishop did. He's working, he's very responsible, he's deliberate about the things he's doing, he's taking care of his daughter. I'm a Gemini, so I got both sides.
See, I get a feeling there are two Tupacs. I mean, you're this kind, sensitive, friendly guy, yet you're involved in so much controversy.
I'm talking about Tupac Shakur, who you may remember had an incident with a limo driver during a taping of In Living Color.
The rap star Tupac Shakur is free on bond tonight after his arrest this weekend in Atlanta. The 22-year-old singer and actor was charged with shooting 2 off-duty police officers. The wounds were not serious.
The fight that led to the shooting in Marin City reportedly broke out in this field on Saturday night. Marin Festival USA was in full swing. Neighbors say Tupac should have known better than to let anyone bring a gun here. Since he got big, they claim he's changed. That change has broken some hearts.
Tupac was homeless. He came from here. We helped him out.
Over my career, I got arrested like 12 times. Some by mistake, some fake, and some unwarranted. But for whatever reason, I got to see police more than I wanted to. In some of my cases, they dropped the charges. But because of trouble in all of these court cases, it was just really hard at that point in my life for me to be trying to do a movie. I don't think I was professional. I think I was talented, but I didn't have the concentration I should have had. I was immature, and my ego was already out of control. Harry Connick ain't got nothing on me, check it. I had to get humble again before I could do this.
And there may be more hot water waiting for Tupac based on what he tells the new issue of rap magazine The Source about co-starring with Janet Jackson in her big screen debut, Poetic Justice. Among other complaints, Tupac says that Janet's people asked him to take an AIDS test before shooting a love scene with Janet.
I don't know if it was Janet that it came from, but suddenly, out of the blue, they wanted me to take an AIDS test for this love scene. And I did not disagree if we were really going to make love. I said, if I could make love with Janet Jackson, I'll take 4 AIDS tests. But if I'm going to do a love scene with her, just like somebody else did, and they didn't take a test, I'm not taking a test. Not only am I not taking the test, get out of my trailer. You know, I was like, and they sent like 4 different people to ask me, like somebody else asking me. First they sent the producer, then they sent the black dude, then they sent John, then they sent the girl. You know, it don't matter who you send, I'm not taking one. Just, to me, it was just like an insult. We had a good experience on the set.
You look like the type that got a kid.
And what's the type? I really thought I made a friend. I thought, I know Janet Jackson for life. But as soon as the movie was over, it was like, boo, this number has been changed. And it was like a movie. I mean, it was like the day after the movie wrapped. I did like, all right, I'm gonna call you. All right, this number has been changed. I said, oh, okay. But still, when I see her again, I run up and hug her and all of that, you know? We was real cool. I love women. I'm not gonna lie. I love women with a passion. I do. I feel like sometimes now I just be wanting to call Prince and just be like, can we hang? Because I love women like he loves women. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord. I've been talking to little girls all day since somebody my age. How you doing? I have respect for women, ultra respect for women. I like being around females. I'm comfortable. I can get with them on every level. I don't get like a predator thing going when I'm around demure females.
Don't be shy.
Y'all making me blush. You got me blushing. For my whole life. Well, maybe I'll be down to scoop you up later in life if you ain't all shriveled up. We'll be all together. Be like Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee.
Vic, you know you always got a place in my heart.
She can have my one heart, my liver, my lungs, my kidneys, my blood. My sister is the bomb. She's my biggest critic. She's real smart. funny as all hell. She's real funny. My mother was a matriarch. If you're raised by a woman, you're gonna have feminine characteristics. You're gonna think like a woman. I'm not a woman, I'm just a normal man. To me, I'm the hardest man around. I'm the hardest nigga out there because I'm real. But I'm also very soft. I'm very sensitive, but that's why I'm so harsh, because I'm so sensitive. And that's what I think has made me successful and famous.
So sensitive. Don't be so sensitive, Tupac. Well, basically,
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
Marlon
Boogaloo, what a
Wayans, I'm
name.
playing the role of Boogaloo.
What is Boogaloo?
Where did that name come from, first of all?
Some white guys sitting there. What's a homeboy hip-hop name? Boogaloo.
What are they calling each other these days?
I got famous friends. Mickey Rourke is a good friend, good person. He's really funny. My memory of him would be the night that he was arguing with Kari, his wife. He didn't know what to say, what to do, and I was like, man, buy her some Cristal. Even if you fight, Cristal will make somebody forget you. Trust me. They'd be like, what was we fighting about? He's like, yeah, that's a good idea, Pop. And I was like, Mickey Rourke got to be like, what, twice my age? And I'm giving him ideas. I always gave Biggie a lot of props. Notorious Big. I thought at the time he was my friend. Mike Tyson, we used to kick it too. He's a real cool brother, a big brother. The only difference in me and Mike is that he's big and I'm small, but I got the same heart he got. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want to knock everybody out.
My brother, I'm telling you, work good.
I really enjoyed your performance. I thought you were great.
Thank you very much. I like that people come to me and go, you did a good job. I was loving that somebody came and said, Tupac, you were a great actor. Being famous gave me confidence. The screams of the crowd gave me confidence. Now I'm my own man. I put it down. I want to get into the head seat. Excel at it. Do it one more time, clear as possible, then we double it, and then we see what it sounds like. I believe that I'm a natural born leader. If not, everybody lose their job.
Get it in. Everybody gonna lose their job. Back to Serbia. Playing the drums in the corner.
But nobody could call me a sellout. I'm not going for that. I didn't want to change. I love that, you know, even though I was with Janet Jackson, was big movies and all that, I'll be up at the dirtiest house party in the hood.
Damn, sweetheart, you got some thighs on you. Now I can't wait to get you home, get you all alone in my bedroom.
And people could not believe it. And I used to thrive off that. Being up in the party and somebody turn around and go, oh my God, that's Tupac. And everybody going crazy because I'm up in a dirty party, no security, lights out, drinking, hella drunk, you know, drunk with everybody else. But that's what kept my sanity. That's what kept me right, and that's what kept me going. My fans know that I'm real. My fans go to jail just like me. They understand me. Half my fans are white. The white fans, they listen just as much as the black fans. The ones that have approached me, I've been genuine fans. These are the people that are gonna have jobs in the future and are gonna hire my family. But many of my fans don't have ID. Some have jobs, some don't. Some are on welfare, you know what I'm saying? Some are not. Some are rich and some are poor, but they all share that hopeless feeling. I got the underdogs on my side. I'm almost more in awe of the people in awe of me than they are of me. Everybody just be screaming, and I get uncomfortable. It's like similar to a deer being caught in the headlights. It's like a battle to find the right words to say at the right time. I mean, it was cool because I got a chance to speak to young black males all over the country about this new idea called thug life, which is a new kind of black power.
And when I say thug life, I mean that shit. Because these these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever the fuck you think you are. We thugs and niggas to these motherfuckers. You know? And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans and we out here dying? We thugs and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that shit.
Young black males out there identify with thug life, but I couldn't handle it. I could handle it, but not right away.
Mr. Shakur, can we get a comment from you all?
Hell no. Thug life. Thug life. Thug life. That's my comment.
What's that mean? I don't understand.
This is yours.
What did happen?
Thug life. Imagine you have 14,000 people ready to do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? When you have all over the country people waiting to hear what you want to do. All of a sudden, I got people in the penitentiary, big-time OG criminals, calling me, telling me they want me to lead their movement. I mean, I'm gonna have a problem. So they told me to watch my language. Fuck that. I'm gonna have a small identity crisis here. I felt like now I got every man in America who wants to take an order from me, wants to know what I want to do.
Pump your fist like this. Holla if you hear me.
Wants to know what's my plan for young black males. And that makes me scared. I'm 22. I was having concerts, they were sold out, white boys, Mexicans, blacks, and they would do whatever I said. I could tell all those people in the audience to turn around in a circle, and they would do it. I was having love, I mean, like undeniable love, and I was scared.
Holla if you hear me.
I was scared, but so is America. So is somebody else.
I'm a liberal Democrat.
And I'm a conservative Republican, but we're both worried about the society our children live in today.
But that makes me want to rise to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? What makes me want to give my whole life to him. And I will give my whole life to this plan that I have for thug life.
That's my new posse, that's my new way of thinking. That's how we rolling in the 9-3. Thug life.
When I'm saying thug, I mean not criminal, someone to beat you over the head. I mean the underdog. If the person that had nothing succeeds, he's a thug, because he overcame all obstacles. It doesn't have anything to do with the dictionary's version of thug. To me, thug is my pride. Not being someone that goes against the law, not being someone that takes, but being someone that has nothing. And that even though I have nothing and there's no home for me to go to, my head is up high. My chest is out, I walk tall, I talk loud, I'm being strong.
I am against racial and ethnic entitlements. I think they are un-American.
I don't understand why America doesn't understand thug life. America is thug life. What makes me saying I don't give a fuck different than Patrick Henry saying give me liberty or give me death? What makes my freedom less worth fighting for than Bosnians or whoever they want to fight for this year? They should give money to the ghetto. I mean, I think even gangs can be positive. It just has to be organized and it has to steer away from being self-destructive to being self-productive. I organized the OGs in the East Coast and the West Coast and the penitentiaries to come up with codes of ethics for criminals. It's called the Code of Thug Life. It's a code putting order to the violence on the streets. In Watts, Compton, Chicago, wherever. We got all these people all over the country saying, yes, we go by this code. We're going to be against attacks on people that are not involved with the street gang, with the drug trade, or the illegal business at all. You know, all that kidnapping and shooting drive-bys out the car. We're against that.
It's thug life now. It ain't just a bunch of niggas going crazy. We want to control our streets. So all we saying is if every motherfucker that was out here right now gave up $1, and they put it to this Thug Life Fund, the money don't go to me, it go to somebody from your neighborhood. They take the money, and we do this shit like every month. I be bringing new rappers in here, I be bringing Snoop, whoever the fuck y'all want. I go snatch the niggas. But for that shit to happen, we can't have no violence, and everybody gotta be down for that shit.
And we're just gonna start slowly but surely taking our communities back. Regulate our community. Organize. We need to start taking care of our own. We gotta start somewhere. And I don't know about anything else, but this to me was the start.
What is the message though?
The message is that we're coming All the people you threw away, the dope dealers and the criminals, they will be legit sitting next to you in first class, thanks to your boy. You know those little things they have for the mice, where they go through around a circle, there's little blocks for it and everything? Well, society is like that. They'll let you go as far as you want. But as soon as you start asking too many questions and you're ready to change, boom, their block will come.
There is absolutely no reason for a record like this to be published by a responsible corporation.
Never before has there been such a will to use music to advertise self-destructive violence.
It glorifies violence. It's creating a culture of guns and rape. Adding insult to injury, she says, is rapper Tupac Shakur being nominated for an NAACP Image Award.
All of a sudden, I got the whole world fearing me. And I ain't even started. I haven't even wrote my plan out yet, and they're trying to stop me.
I challenge the view that those who revel in violence, depravity on the screen or in the song bear no responsibility when that spirit spreads out into our culture.
I don't got no disrespect towards Bob Dole. I know he don't know what he's talking about. He's just talking. Some card that somebody gave him, he's just reading off that card. But he's cute, you know what I mean? He's my grandfather. He's an old dude talking mess.
You don't have to use vile and ugly language.
WPGC in Washington, D.C. dropped violent or demeaning lyrics. KACE in Los Angeles followed suit.
They're yelling, shoot in a community that is crowded with guns.
I'm not looking for approval from the black community. You know, we are a part of the black community. I'm a thug, and I rap about the oppressed fighting back. Yes, my raps are filled with rage.
One of these days, we gotta bust back for the homies.
You have to be logical. You know, if I know that in this hotel room they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see the party, let me see like them throwing salami all over I mean, just like throwing food around. But they're telling me there's no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying? We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is gonna change to we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me all the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, then you just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, you know, with civil rights movement. We was asking, you know, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're gonna do? Ask?
I put my gun away and grab my AK. It's getting hectic. I can't call it. House full of alcoholics. Now a nigga's under pressure.
There's a bad part because the kids see that and they mimic it. That's the part I haven't figured out yet. But the positive side is the kids who live in a household where the mother is a crackhead or whatever, and he hears the rap, he's like, oh, that's an everyday thing for them. So I don't have to feel ashamed. It cuts both ways. To me, it's like, when I say I live the thug life, baby, I'm hopeless. One person might hear that and just like the way it sounds, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing it for the kid that really lives a thug life and feels like it's hopeless. So when I say hopeless, and when I say when I say it like that, it's like I reach him. You understand? And even if when I reach him, it makes it look glorious to the guy that doesn't live that life, I mean, I can't help it, it's a fad, you know. He'll drop the thug life soon enough. But for the person that I was trying to reach, he'll pick it up and I'll be able to talk to him again. I think I'm being responsible, but it's hard. Once you start worrying about what you're saying, I get writer's block. Kind of like, I can't say that, that's too harsh, can't say this. Now I have to just block it out and trust my heart that I'm doing the right thing.
Free spit out spitting. That's my style. Chill out. That's my new style. That's my new style. That's my new style. Hey, have a good summer. Have a good summer, biatch.
But I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes. Like some of the things I said when I was fighting the Hughes brothers. A big mouth. Y'all mind y'all business, I mind my business. I do what I gotta do, you do what you gotta do. Long as I give you 12 tracks of that real shit, you give me my $12 and we even. I don't gotta be a role model, I don't gotta hold your hand, I don't gotta do shit. My big mouth. I got a big mouth, can't help it. I talk from my heart, I'm real.
We were talking about some of the other people in this business that you feel don't have a love for their own people.
We was talking about Spike Lee, Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, and the rest of them. I thought I was charming, but I was immature. I did things without thinking. Michael Jackson, Randy Jackson, Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul, all of them. She wants to not be black, but wants to sell to black folks. I don't appreciate that.
Okay.
I don't appreciate her going out of her way to say she's not black. My actions came before thought. Things that I did, things I said, there's so many things I want to take back. Eddie Murphy, with all that dough he's making, he hasn't done nothing for us.
He does a lot of charity.
What charity doesn't get to the ghetto. Everybody knows that. I was young and dumb. You know, being mad at Spike Lee and all of those people, all of that. The thing I said about Quincy Jones, that, you know, he shouldn't mess with white women. I said I was sorry personally for that. And I wasn't thinking about how this would hurt people. I'm gonna catch y'all in traffic and I'm gonna be the roughest nigga. Come on. And that turned into some more legal problems.
The people truly believe that Mr. Shakur has shown no remorse whatsoever for his action in this case. The people view Mr. Shakur's appearance on Yo MTV Raps as bragging. He was proud of what he did, and he does not feel sorry for what he did.
I just want to say, Jazz, that as far as the remorse, I have a great deal of remorse. As far as I want you to treat me different, I don't want that. I just want the chance to make right from all the bad things that I got. You know, I got a lot of things against me. I got a lot of people that look up to me, and I don't want the last place for them to see me is in jail.
I guess it's now time for me to render the sentence. I obviously find that the defendant is a talented individual. However, this court believes that jail time is always warranted when you have a battery with some injury involved. The defendant will serve 15 days in the county jail.
I think the judge was fair. You know, I still don't feel like I got the decision that I wanted, but he was as fair as he could be. Really, to my homeboys, I mean, a fight is a fight, battery is battery. A 2.5-minute problem just cost me, you know, 15 days in jail, and that was lenient. But my most serious legal problems came from women.
Allowing this degradation to be continued by our children.
I think we live in a very sexist society, and everybody's pointing the finger at me. It's like when somebody asks me, you exploit women.
Hey, yo, son, let them hoes know.
I mean, with her permission, I might smack a girl in the butt in the video. I might be drinking champagne or something like that, but everything in moderation and everything with class. I don't have to always do a song where there's the good woman, because I don't see it as being like women are all one thing. I think that all women are different.
You wonder why they call you bitch. You wonder why they call you bitch.
We, African-American women particularly, are tired of being called hoes, bitches, and sluts by our children.
Dear Miss Dolores Tucker, you keep stressing me, really fucking with a motherfucking mind. I figured you wanted to know, why we call them hoes bitches. If I do something that has a bad woman, then people go, oh, he hates women. No, look, I don't think like that. But I think that there are definitely a type of female, label them a bitch, who their main thing is just to get what they can get, and they revel in breaking a nigga's heart and taking what he owns.
Shut the fuck up!
There's male bitches too. I mean, women know that there are bitches out there. I don't know why women look surprised. They know. They say it louder. They just think that we're saying they're all bitches, like my mom, or the women like my sister, who I think represent a strong black woman. I did that. Now I'm gonna rap about the women that I see every day, and that was Get Around. If I just did songs like Keep Your Head Up, it would make me seem more than what I am, but I'm just a normal man. America, America, God said is grace on me. And open it, go. I'm gonna close the door. Come out, Mr. Cameraman. This is some real private shit that's about to happen. Mr. Cameraman. Bye. Anyway, I'll let you hear the sounds.
Do you think there's a double standard in terms of men being promiscuous?
Yeah, but
I mean,
we didn't start that double standard. We didn't start that double
I'm not
standard.
saying you started anything,
I'm not saying
but
that
I mean...
it's fair. I'm just saying this is how it is. How can we rap about a world that it's not like that? This is how it is.
But do you look down on your male friends if they're as promiscuous as some of the women in your songs?
I don't look down on anybody that's promiscuous. Only people I look down on are people who don't control the situation. If a girl sleeps with a lot of guys, she's still my homegirl. I don't care. You're only a bitch if, not because you sleep with a lot of guys, but because you're only sleeping with them for money. So now you put a price on yourself.
Right, or because they have a nice car.
Yeah, guys, when they sleep around, they do it for free. At that particular time, a lot of girls, they see my face on TV so many times that that's what they want. They want to be associated with that person. It's the fame that get these people. It is not me. It's the fame. Because I watched females look at me when they didn't know who I was, and I can see it, nothing. And then as soon as somebody whispered who I was, it's this glare in their eyes. You make yourself want that person, you know?
How do you feel about that?
I don't understand how people could stand next to you 1 year, and next year they cannot stand there. They just going crazy screaming. They just can't take it that you're right there. But just last year, I was in the same club, walking around lonely like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't get a date, couldn't get nobody to dance with me. I was too skinny, too something, and now he's just adorable. He's just, oh. But I still enjoyed sex without the emotional connection. And it was always a fantasy for me to have sex with a lot of people in the room. But I didn't play one situation correctly.
Rap singer Tupac Shakur was released on $50,000 bail today, accused of a sexual attack in a New York hotel. The singer was arrested Thursday night after a woman claimed that he and 3 other men overpowered her in a hotel suite.
Are you disappointed in your fans?
Very disappointed, but they're going to support me.
Surrounded by bodyguards and attorneys, Tupac Shakur made his way into Manhattan criminal court. There, the 22-year-old rapper and 2 friends were charged with sodomy in the first degree. The allegations and charges stem from an incident last Thursday in which a woman claimed she was held down by the rap star as he and 2 others allegedly sodomized her.
The allegations by this young lady are without merit.
The defense attorneys say the woman went to the room consensually, and tapes of an answering machine that reportedly indicate her interest in Shakur were erased by police.
Okay, so you tell me when your lawyers have asked you to stop. The girl who claims that, what does she claim?
I can't even say it, man.
Okay. But technically it's a rape case.
I wasn't convicted of no rape charge. My charge was sexual abuse, forcibly touching the buttocks. I have females saying that. I can't say it, but okay. It just bothers me so much, you know what I'm saying, to go through my life and everything I did in my life coming out of a family and a household with just women, to get to this point, to have a woman say that I took something from her. It was hard.
It was an emotional day for a 20-year-old female fan who admitted that she had consensual sex with Shakur on Sunday night, 4 days before her alleged rape in the hotel room. During her cross-examination, defense attorney Michael Warren painted a picture of a starstruck, naive girl anxious to have sex with Shakur.
Word on the street is that you had a relationship with this woman prior to all this friction.
I guess if you could say that's a relationship. I bumped in a club, you know. I seen her in a club.
Okay, let's use a clinical term. There was oral copulation.
Yeah, she performed oral sex on the dance floor. Now, it's a lot of guys out there that can say what they wouldn't do and what they would do, but when it happens, you know, it just goes down. You know what I'm saying? And it's really. She did some things there at the club, and we got together later that night. I saw her again another time with these guys that introduced me to her. Everybody was having a good time, didn't do anything sexual, they just was having a good time. Me and her went in there, she gave her a massage, came out, went to sleep, woke up. She's screaming, rape, rape, I raped her. And she's yelling at me, this is not the last you're gonna see of me. I'm cursing her out, because I'm not thinking she's really gonna do that. The next thing I know, I'm going to jail.
So in your opinion, there was no truth to the sexual abuse charges?
Not on my part at all.
The defense pounded away at her, asking her why she didn't scream for help at the time of the alleged attack. The woman testified that Shakur's friend said, quote, "Tupac needs his fans. Don't go to the white man with this. Millions of girls would love to be in your shoes right now."
What about your cronies?
That was a big misconception that those people that was with me was my friends, was not my friends.
Well, what were they doing in your hotel room?
I hang around with a lot of people And that's how I am. You know, it's similar to like you said about Led Zeppelin and all of them. They don't know all those people that be with them. You know, this guy got the weed, okay, you can kick it. This guy got the money, okay, you can kick it. This guy has the connections to all the clubs, okay, you can kick it. And he's just kicking it. I don't know that dude, but that was my fault. I had that kind of environment around me.
I didn't do nothing. I'm charged with being in concert with some guys. Where they at? Why me? Because I'm Tupac. No, I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at the system. I don't want nobody else to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to go to jail for something I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be the scapegoat.
I just couldn't believe what was going on in my life. You see the cameras and everything. It wasn't like I had the chance to have justice like a normal citizen.
If you could go back to the night when the sexual abuse occurred, is there anything that you would do differently?
Yeah.
What?
I would not have closed my eyes until she was out of the room, until everybody was out of the room.
So when you left the room and left her with those people...
I didn't leave her with those people. I didn't bring her to those people.
She came over herself.
Right. She came over, knew those people, knew everything, you know. I just didn't grab her out of there. But I'm guilty of not being a smart man, not being a good-hearted man, I guess, or whatever, or being more considerate.
At any point, were you aware that she was involved in something she didn't want to...
Excuse me. It's none of this legal matters to be asked at this point.
Well, I can...
I listed the stuff that you'll have to cut out. I'm sorry.
All right.
It's not given any limits.
Gentlemen's out on bail.
I see.
I couldn't defend myself. This would never have happened to anybody else. It would never have gone this far for a girl to have no evidence on me, and it's about to come out, and now my life is over. You know, this is a year later, a year after everybody in the world been thinking I'm a rapist and a sodomite. After this, the whole world gonna owe me an apology, because I went through this and I ain't blow my brains out like Kurt Cobain. And I should, because this is some crazy, crazy, crazy madness.
Last night, just after midnight, at 723 7th Avenue, that's between 48th and 49th Street, our rap star, Tupac Shakur, and 3 members of his group were robbed and shot.
He shook me. When I wasn't dead, immediately I was like, God, man. I was like, nah, this ain't it. I know how it's gonna be when I die. It's gonna be no noise, you're gonna hear people screaming. I'm gonna fade out. And none of that was there. I was like, I got shot 5 times. I'm not dead, they missed. I'm back.
When Shakur resisted, he was shot 5 times, twice in the head and twice in the groin area. And his most serious wound, a gunshot through the hand, hitting an artery in his thigh. He's listed in serious but stable condition.
Until it happened, I really did believe that no black person would ever shoot me. I believed that I didn't have to fear my own community. You know, I was like, I represent them. I'm their ambassador to the world. They would never do me wrong.
I believe that this was a robbery. Anybody who was going to walk into that building was going to be robbed.
The police don't want to find out who shot me. They happy. As far as that Vibe interview, just read everything over and read my reply, read their reply, read what people say. Everybody that was there knows what happened.
I mean, my recollection of the story was I was shooting a video, the second half of Warning, which is on the B side of Big Papa, and I was shooting that around the block, and I heard my man was up at the studio doing a Junior Mafia session. So I got off at the reception area, and I saw Andre and Little Sean. So I saw him saying, what's up to me? I'm about to get on the elevator, and he comes out shot.
The Tupac article had me pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he dissed my man.
saying my man turned his back on him, and I know for a fact that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? And like the rumors that's spreading is on some tip like we set him up, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
As soon as he comes out shot, me and my man, we try to sit him down. He called his mom. He asked my man if he could roll him a blunt. You know what I'm saying? We asked him if he's all right. He's just like, yeah, I'm all right, I don't know what's going on. And we just there trying to comfort him. Andre Harrell went and made sure he was calling the ambulance. And I mean, everybody that was there was very supportive of him. It was just the total opposite. As soon as he came out, everybody ran towards him. It was nothing but love and concern.
They got different accounts of what happened, and I'm the one with the bullet wounds.
I also understand that if you was to get shot 5 times, your mind is just completely spinning, you know what I'm saying? You're real confused about your situation. So it'll cause you to say things that you really don't mean.
I was there for the whole thing. No one else was there for the whole thing.
I don't really know the purpose of why the story was said in another way of context.
It's not important that other people know what happened to me. I just said it. Now that I said it, it's dead. You can believe me or not believe me. I did what I had to do.
I mean, God knows the truth.
There's no religion about getting shot. I'm not trying to get any converts. After getting shot, I was like, shit, I don't know who to trust.
In a bizarre twist of events, rap singer Tupac Shakur checked himself out of Bellevue Hospital late Wednesday night.
Just hours after surgery, Tupac checked himself out of Bellevue Hospital against doctor's orders.
It was just time to leave. I didn't feel safe there. The phone kept ringing, kept getting these crazy phone calls. At that point, I'm just paranoid, just bugging out. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't rest, and I was like, I'm just tired, and I want to just... And I felt like I'm like a victim, a target. And I couldn't even sleep home. People could kill me at home. You know, I'm worried the police gonna come in and kill me, or, you know, was there secret police? I was so deep into the weed at that point. And I was like, I'm petrified. I'm vulnerable. I felt like just a prisoner to my own fate. That's why I wanted to die at that point. I felt like if everybody was so goddamn worried about me, why ain't nobody came to help me?
Open up, please. Open up, please. Excuse me. Step back, please. Just keep it tight. That's all. Mr. Shakur, how are you this morning?
The jury continued deliberations. Then, after 2 days of incredible plot twists worthy of a Hollywood drama, Tupac Shakur has finally had one question answered. Tonight, the jury found him guilty of 3 counts of sexual abuse, but innocent on 6 other charges, including sodomy.
Back it up. No, please. Why did you decide to leave the hospital? Please. Y'all not let me get through, man. Let me get through. Get through, please. Back it up. Why did you decide to leave the hospital?
And sentencing for this trial has yet to be scheduled.
Where I was sent was a maximum security penitentiary. I know when I was young, I couldn't wait to get to jail. Straight up. I mean, I was scared and everything, but I felt as though that's part of being a man. But now that I'm here, this is not the spot. I know everybody go to jail, come out and say, this ain't the spot. This is not the spot. You got somebody that tells you when you can get up, when you can shower, when you can do this, when you can do that. You know, they can speak to you any way they want to, and you gotta accept it. You can die here, you know what I mean? Just yesterday, a dude was murdered. He wasn't in here on no murder beef. This dude was in here on a drug beef. You know, he's gone, he's dead in jail. You know what I mean? By another prisoner who had life. He had nothing to lose, you know what I mean? I came to jail, I'm telling you straight up, it's dirty, it's filthy, it's like you an animal. In the beginning, me and the guards had problems. I got smacked and treated bad. They just did everything they could do to try to break me because I used to talk a lot of shit, you know. But Well, as soon as I got there, they went, there he goes. And he goes, who? And he goes, there's the rich nigga. I was like, oh shit, he said nigga. He said nigga. And everybody's looking at me like, so? And I was like, oh my God, this is where I'm gonna be staying? He just said nigga.
Well, you got niggas in one of your records.
Niggas. He's talking about niggers. Niggers was the ones on the rope hanging out the thing. Niggas is the ones with gold ropes hanging out at clubs. I learned things there. In jail, it's like how we should be in life. Humble. I was talking to skinheads and everything. Because you don't like black people, all right, that's fine. That's your opinion. Just like I want people to respect my opinion when I'm rapping, I'm gonna respect your opinion. But I want you to treat me with respect, and I'll treat you with respect. And we get along good. This guy's skinhead, hate black people all over. He getting autographs for his little cousins and shit. I felt like I accomplished something. I know by him getting my autograph, that meant something to me. You know what I mean? He couldn't hate black people and come get my autograph.
The food was terrible, I guess.
Oh my goodness. They got this liver surprise thing, man. The liver surprise. They're really trying to pump that jail on the jail menu. I think they're trying to get that to go prime time. They're trying to get it to throw it in rotation. I was like, we just had this yesterday. I liked it already, goddamn.
No tater tots?
No tater, you crazy? Tater tots? To get baked potatoes with a huge finger imprint on it.
All right.
It's bad. No, you don't want to get me started. Jello, hair all in the mold. Be like, damn, man, how you gonna mess up Jello? Jello is so wholesome and family-like. It just ruins it for me.
Well, to have a hair in there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, come on, Bill Cosby pumps this, man. Put the hair in my Jello. And then you can't go, excuse me, there's a hair in my Jello. I like to send this
like a different
to the cook.
one.
Can I see the cook, please? You know, the cook is a big dude there, Bubba Joe. For the first 8 months, I spent in solitude 23 hours a day reading. I wrote a script called Live to Tell. I got How to Write a Screenplay, that big famous book by Sid Field. I got that, and I remembered all the scripts that I ever read, and I wrote one. I read a lot of good books. I read a lot of Maya Angelou's books, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. But in terms of writing music and lyrics, I didn't have that, I couldn't do it. Everybody's like, oh man, he's in jail now. I know he's gonna come out, he's gonna have a bomb album, but it's the opposite. Prison kills your spirit, straight up. It kills your spirit. I couldn't write. My inspiration was gone because I was a caged animal. But when I was in jail, a lot of people supported me. Jasmine Guy, Jada Pinkett, Mickey Rollins, he just wrote me funny stories. But the name that sticks out in my head the most, and I keep saying this, is Tony Danza. To me, he is the bomb forever. I will be his #1 fan forever, because when I got his letter, I was like, whoa. I was screaming out to everybody, guess who wrote me? One time, they had a story on the local news out there that Madonna was coming to visit me. Madonna has so much power that the guards let me take an extra shower because they thought she was coming to visit me.
Wow.
I had guards walking me downstairs, everything, trying to peep a look.
And did she come?
No, I'm
but
glad.
You got the extra shower?
Hey, I got the shower, good looking. Do it again. The person that supported me the most was my mother. When my mother got clean, we got real close again. But it's also for all the mothers. I'm proud of that song. It affected a lot of people. Dear Mama was from Me Against the World, which was completed before I went to jail. And my career highs. It was a trip in jail. They used to say stuff like, you're in jail now, won't be any more rapping for a long time for you, huh? I'll be like, well, actually, my album is #1 in the country right now. I just beat Bruce Springsteen. And they used to be like,
did they know?
Go back to your cell. Plus, I used to get Entertainment Weekly in the mail, and I used to read and see where my record was, just trip out and be like, damn, #1 in the whole country. To me, it will always be my favorite album. And jail made me want to dig deeper. It took 5 bullets for me to stop and see what was really going on. In jail, you get perspective and you start looking at things differently. Like everything's not so important. You know, try not to take it personal. Because you're talking to killers. And you can't just, if they say something you don't like, you can't just be like, what? You gotta be like, okay, look, man, would you mind not calling me? You know what I mean? Anger management like a mother. When I was in jail, I tried not to have negative feelings towards nobody. It's not like I wanted to get out and go shoot somebody up. So I had people telling me, you softened up, ain't nothing soft about me, ain't nothing changed. If anything, my mentality was like, trust nobody. Trust nobody. It's not like I'm untouchable. I can be killed as soon as I get out of here. I just thought I already took 5 bullets. And if I can help it, I don't plan on taking no more.
Rapper, actor, and sex abuse convict Tupac Shakur walked out of a New York jail last week, bailed out to the tune of $1.4 million by Suge Knight of Death Row Records, which has signed Shakur to a record deal.
My closest friends did me in. My closest friends, my homies, people who I done took care of their whole family. I done took care of everything for them, looked out for them, put them in the game, everything turned on me. So I just thought about how can I make them sorry that they ever did this to me? You know what I mean? How can I come back like 50 times stronger and better? Fear is stronger than love. Remember that. Fear is stronger than love. All the love I gave didn't mean nothing when it came to fear. No question, signed with Death Row. All of a sudden, I was out on bail pending my appeal. If I win my appeal, which if God wills, I will, I would have done 11 months for nothing. You see that, Judge? I didn't curse. Probation people, I did not curse. So give my props. Let me stay free. I was relieved, happy to be home. Then I wanted to drive up and down Sunset because I love LA with a passion. I love Sunset. I love everything about LA. Can I get tatted up real quick? I want a crown right here. You know, the energy, that's LA.
Hello?
I'm saying, we on Venice Beach. That's what you're supposed to do. I've been in jail for 11 months, Savage.
You're supposed to put I love you.
You got to let me get a look on something. It's a trip, you know that last week you were in this little cell, and then next week I'm up in Monty's with Cristal champagne and filet mignon and lobster and shrimps. Everybody kept going, come on, let me take you out. You home? Oh, come on, let me take you to this. We was all up in Roscoe. I even celebrated at El Polo Loco, because I was dreaming about El Polo Loco the whole time. Then I went straight to the studio. And I did 24 tracks in less than 2 weeks. You can mix it later and have niggas that love being in the studio all night, just add the drum beat at the time and shit. You can do that after the rappers leave and shit. That's when it's fresh, that's when it's good. Get that beat popping, throw them niggas on the track, do it, put it down. Then after we finish, we walk out, everybody be here and listen to you, like this the hook, we go in there and lay the hook. That be the song. Plus I had so much to say, I figured this would be the best way to really vent it instead of paying some psychotherapist like $50 million. I just went in the studio. It's cheaper.
Here we go! California, get up!
That's one thing. Tupac is Death Row. I feel I have more than just a business relationship with him. He the type can be like a brother, a friend. I really like everybody on the record company. I like Suge, Snoop, and Dre. I hang out with them anyway, so now it's just official.
This is Tupac and Dr. Dre, and this is the Weekend Rock. Weekend Rock, baby! Weekend Rock, baby!
Came out, I was like, Dre, I want some beats. I want some beats right now. He's like, I'm working on something right now. He played California a lot, so Dre, you know you owe me this. I'm new on Death Row, fresh out of jail. You know you ain't gonna be finished your album no time soon.
I love collaborating with creative people that's as talented as Pi. He got right in and like wrote his lyrics while he was behind the mic and dropped it, and it's funky.
Say what you say, but give me that bomb beat from Drake. Let me serenade the streets of LA.
Me coming to Death Row, another reason was Snoop.
Please welcome America's Most Wanted, Snoop Doggy Dogg and Tupac.
Man got so much style.
Y'all know we down with this rock thing, 9-6 flavor death row.
But who knew it would last, this West Side style?
Yep. This is me and Snoop, two of America's Most Wanted, the bomb track. It's the first single. It's gonna be like the anthem, West Coast rap. This gonna shake the whole music scene, guaranteed. You know what I mean? Both sides of the game. The calm one and the relentless one.
My nigga dogging me, eternally the most row. Here's my commercial for Death Row Records. If you come to Death Row, you will see your art brought to a bigger plateau and you will be paid one of these days. Death Row, come on, let's count with me. Come on, y'all, count with me. This is my homeboys from jail. Come on. These hundreds, these all hundreds, they ain't counterfeit. 2, 3.
Plus, there was the money. The struggle continues. I mean, I got money, but I had to pay everybody even more money. I owe money to Death Row. So it's not just, oh, he's paid, he's living long. It's not like that. People want to sue you, and I had to settle for this and settle for that when I know I didn't do anything, just because it's like, damn, I don't want to go to court for another 8 months. Makes you work harder.
Next year, Death Row gonna start printing our own money. Cause we making so much, we need to start printing our own money. It's gonna be me and Suge on the $100 bill like this. Me, Suge, and Dot Move. It's gonna be in the $100 bill like this.
I'm getting pimped.
This the $100 bill on Death Row money, right here.
But you have to come up. You start from the bottom, working to the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome acclaimed rap artist and Grammy nominee, Tupac.
What people fail to realize is that this is not just play, I work. One, got it. Drag K off the stage. Y'all, come on, man. Do it for real, man. 1, 2, 3. Whenever it's time for me to get down and do my business, I'm gonna get down and do my business.
I can't get no blood on the set.
I believe I'm more responsible, more mature, and more focused.
You don't say you need me. You don't sing me love songs. Y'all don't bring us flowers anymore.
When I was in jail, I couldn't remember why I was rapping. But then I was away from it for so long, I said, oh, I really like going into the studio. I really like creating.
Been held down, my game plan to be trained at military mind of a thug lord.
I like music, and I like acting. I like doing it.
She's a super freak! Super freak now!
I can be me. I can be whoever because I'm true to me. And the reason I sell 6 million records, the reason I could go to jail and come out without a scratch,
I'm about to get freaky, my nigga Rick James, come on!
the reason I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul. It's there. It's not sold. I didn't sell it.
So mash out and get a glass. System finally got his own drink. Call it Thug Pass. Introducing a special brew made for a chosen few. I'm thugged out while Snoop Dogg sipping blue.
I thought, I'm a superpower. Death Row's a superpower. Let's combine superpowers and ally.
Damu, my dog going crazy, ready to kill a few people. He want to kill. I love my artists. I mean, I don't consider my people artists. I consider them family. So it's a big difference. If they decided to turn in rapping or singing, they still be my homeboys. We still travel together. If they need something, it's mine, it'll still be theirs. It's still the same thing. It's not no situation where I'm dealing with them strictly for business because they good, because they don't go like that. You gotta have a more, respect for your people. Plus, we got a Death Row East going on. Crusher, you heard about that.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, hold on. Damu! Damu! Sit!
But Death Row has a reputation for, having sort of a thug-like mentality. I mean, wouldn't that get you into more trouble?
I think Death Row has a bigger reputation for success than anything else.
The reason for all the fear involves the world of this man, the man getting out of the limousine. 6'3", 335-pound Marion Knight, known by the nickname of Suge, short for sugar.
It's an efficient camp over here, professional, business-oriented. I like that.
At the age of only 30, and with a lengthy criminal record, including 3 felony convictions, Suge Knight has managed to become the head of a $100 million record company and one of the most powerful and feared men in the American music industry.
The controversy over Death Row Records and its owner being sort of a gangster.
Everybody's asking about Death Row. Suge ain't no gangster, man. He chillin'.
No?
Nah, man. Suge a rider. I know what good morals are, but you're supposed to disregard good morals when you're living in a crazy, bad world. If you're in hell, how can you live like an angel? You're sitting here surrounded by devils and you're trying to be an angel? That's like suicide.
I'd like to tell Tupac to keep his guards up. We ride with him.
Wait. The East Coast don't love Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg? The East Coast ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Death Row?
West Coast was Death Row. The East Coast was Bad Boy.
Check this out. I'm the executive producer that a comment was made about a little bit earlier.
Everybody thought it's a war for record sales and attention and all of that. But to me, it was personal.
I love the East Coast. I'm from the East Coast. But then I felt like Puffy and Biggie and all of them, they want to dirty up everything I worked for. So it made me come back more relentless. I'm mad at Biggie, I'm rushing the nigga. What's the problem?
Yo, Piggy, man, we got it going on, baby. It's on and cracking, man. He's gone, baby. You the man.
So I directed videos.
Pop, you alive? I mean, you safe? Man, I'm so happy you're free.
Yeah? Happy to see you. It's a lying piece of shit.
Pop, please don't kill me. It was Buck's idea. Oh, man. I'm just a rapper, man. Please don't take me out the game.
I ain't gonna kill you. We was homeboys once, Pig. Once we homeboys, we always homeboys. Even if you is a fat phony. And I did a song with Faith, Biggie's wife.
Faith, my home girl. I just want to send a shout out to Faith. Hey, girl. Then I just hit him up. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Everything happened so fast at that point. But looking at things later, the East Coast, West Coast thing, it just got out of control. Dudes was getting killed, and I felt responsible. But I couldn't stop it.
We ain't mad at the whole spot in New York, we just mad at certain people. I got this new project coming out along with some other brothers called One Nation, and it's like an East Coast, West Coast collaboration to kill this whole new
vibe everybody want to be on about it being a war between the East Coast and the West Coast.
Right.
It's really just a problem with two rappers. And the East Coast, West Coast thing is something that the journalists and people are making up just to get paid off it so it can drag out and everybody can have albums. They're perpetuating it so it could be drama. When it all go down, don't look at me and Biggie and be like, why is there a big East Coast, West Coast war when you're shooting this to 300 homes, 300 countries, telling them about an East Coast, West Coast war that they would never know exists. So that's where information becomes a problem. We both need to exercise greater restraint. Damn. Sometimes life gets messed up. When I was on death row, I was successful, but not happy.
Tupac, your life has been marred by considerable pain. Do you think you'll ever get to the point where you can live a normal, happy life?
No. But I'm going for it. I'm trying for it. And until then, I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. Live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody, I don't think. I felt trapped. You know how they say you made your bed, now lay in it? I tried to move. I can't move to no other bed. I felt I can't, live a different lifestyle. It's the life that they gave me, and it's the life that I made. I felt I can't change. Not for the courts, not for the parole board, not for nobody. This is it. I also just felt like something was gonna happen to me because I'm paranoid. And I put it in my videos.
I be on smooth. I think I ain't want nothing. I've been drinking. Where you at? No. Where you at?
It was a prophecy. I had a prophecy about my death. That's why I like to go in the studio and do 3 songs a day, get things ready. We don't have time or the luxury to spend all of this time doing one song. We don't have it. If I die or whatever, it can happen. If anything would have happened to me, the album's ready to go. So it's all good. I felt as though the only thing that can kill me is death. And even then, my music will live forever. Something we all adore. The one thing worth dying for. Nothing but pain, stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Something we all adore. The one thing we dying for. Nothing but pain, stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame.
And our prop standers scattered as the group streamed into the casino, then out into the streets.
Staring at the world through my rear view.
Whoa.
Just after the Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon fight, Shakur, along with record company executive Marion Suge Knight, headed for a nightclub. But while stopping at this intersection, a car with 4 people pulled up and opened fire on Shakur and Knight.
Tupac Shakur was shot several times in the chest. The driver, his record producer, was grazed in the head.
He's returned to the intensive care unit tonight after another surgery.
still listed in critical condition.
All week long, fans of Tupac have gathered here outside the hospital.
He's undergone 2 operations since coming here. He's had his right lung removed. He is intermittently conscious. Jesse Jackson's been here. Family continues to keep vigil, and despite early reports that his wounds were not life-threatening, people at the hospital here continue to tell us that he is in very serious condition.
At 4:03 this afternoon, Tupac Shakur was pronounced dead.
Who shot me? Shit, I don't know. Sorry. Like death. It's a tragedy like Shakespeare, I guess. But I have no bad feelings. I have love for everybody.
Please welcome the mothers of Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur, Afeni Shakur, and Valletta Wallace.
Coming to grips with my past. It was hard. I don't feel like what I did was so evil. I just feel like the way I was living and my mentality was a part of my progression to be a man. But you grow, we all grow. We're made to grow. You either evolve or you disappear. I don't want to be forgotten. I'll always be a troublemaker to some people. But I still get love from my community. I owe them everything. That's why I owe everything to the hood. I got love there. I got love from thugs and the street dudes. And that kind of focuses me back on what I should be doing. Lay out the real map on the world and how it is. The message is, young black males can do anything if you just give us a shot. Stop trying to beat us down. And to my homeboys, we need to be in control of ourselves. I'm not saying I'm gonna change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. So keep your head up. Do what you gotta do. And then inside of you, I'll be reborn.
we continue growing, one day at a time.